Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
At Mangum Drug Company, pharmacists Blake and Dana look forward to serving your prescription needs. Mangum Drug Company has a great selection of health and beauty, gifts, and cards, including seasonal items. The pharmacy includes Dispill personalized medication packaging, immunizations, and a convenient drive-through. Call 782-2195, 109 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'd like to invite you to Mangum's newest retail store, Dapper 14 Boutique. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Right now, all summer clothing is on sale and fall merchandise is here. We're on Facebook and at dapyr14.com. Visit us at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Come shop Dapper 14. You'll love it.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wichita Insurance is a proud supporter of Mangum schools, 4-H and FFA activities, and community programs. Visit their offices at 115 North Hudson in Altus or 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. They have 7 licensed insurance agents ready to serve Southwest Oklahoma. Drop by either location or call 580-301-6352 or 580-782-3049.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have 1 bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
When you need auto repair, save money and get it done at Dwayne's Auto right here in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs and turns rotors, alignments, air conditioning work, and general auto repair. And they make hydraulic hoses. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto, 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger Proud.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make The Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
The road towards successful, lasting solutions for treatment of snoring and sleep apnea can have plenty of bumps along the way. Hello, I am Dr. Dustin Lively, and together with the rest of my team, we can lend a valuable helping hand. If you have trouble with snoring or have had a sleep study and are struggling with your prescribed therapy, call us at Easy Sleep Solutions, 580-782-2027, or go to the letters EZSleepSolutions.com.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Justin Krieger, your AFR agent in Hobart, now offers insurance for UTVs and side-by-sides. If it needs a tag, it needs insurance. See Justin and find out more. Life insurance, homeowners, auto, farm policies. Justin offers the policy you need, good coverage by a reputable company, and the hometown personal service you want and deserve. Krieger Insurance, your AFR agent in Hobart, 323 South Washington, phone 726-3076.
If you need a plumber or a service technician, you need to call Jeff Hohenschel at Jeff's Plumbing, Heat and Air in Mountain View. Now, Jeff does all types of plumbing work, minor to major, plus service work and installation of heating and cooling systems. Jeff works on heat pumps and refrigeration systems. Whatever your problem, if you need service or a new system, call Jeff's Plumbing, Heat and Air in Mountain View. Give him a call at 347-2857, 347-2857. Jeff's Plumbing, Heat and Air, supporting area students.
Matt Norman at Melton's Janitorial Supplies in Hobart wishes the Hobart Bearcats and Lady Cats good luck this school year. Just work hard and be the best you can be. Matt offers a full line of cleaning supplies, mops, brooms. Matt has it all, and he is once again a proud Bearcat booster. Matt Norman, Melton's Janitorial Supplies in Hobart, a super proud Bearcat booster. Listen, friends, when you need tires, you need to come to Hobart and Parts Plus. Several quality brands to choose from, all at low prices. Get your oil changed at Parts Plus. All kinds of auto repair. Get it done right the very first time. You'll find a complete line of auto parts and parts for tractors and trucks and so much more. And they have large storage units at Parts Plus. The selection, the service, and always low prices and great service. Friendly folks to deal with at Parts Plus, South Hobart, Highway 9. Come see us at Parts Plus.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to softball on Classic Hits 97.7. I think are we on the yeah, we're on Facebook page on 97.7 and also on KTJS. Great to have you alongside. A fun atmosphere on a Tuesday night for fast pitch softball. Is all we would have to say is Mangum and Hobart, and that would probably be enough. But we'll add some spice to it as the evening progresses. First of all, there's this spice. It's senior night for the Mangum Lady Tigers. That's right. We've not even turned into September, and this is the last home game for this Mangum club. And then there's the specter of the fact that Coach Bingham is a graduate of Hobart, I understand. Class of 2003, he told me. So you got that going. And then, of course, there's Richard Carney to throw into the mix. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We are certainly looking forward to it. And in fact, when we got here, it was probably the most spirited junior high bowl game I think we've ever been a part of. So we look forward to this one here on the World Wide Web, anywhere you might be, and also all over the air on Classic Hits 97.7. Senior night, as we mentioned, is Mangum. Just a couple of more regular season ball games. They will travel to Minco on Friday of this week. They'll play at Hobart next week. We'll have that for you, and have a pair of ball games down at Frederick as well, sandwiched in between tournaments at Sterling and at Sayre. So again, the regular season quickly coming to an end. Certainly coming to an end here at home for Mangum. So good to have you alongside on this Tuesday evening. And Mangum, fresh off that tough loss last night as they got thumped big time by Minco. 17-2 was the final score there in a game that may have been a little bit closer than that score would indicate. Valerie Dreyer has checked in. Good luck, Michael. Good to hear from you. And thank you. Also, our good friend Jay McCormick has checked in as well. So hope to hear from you as we make our way throughout the afternoon and evening. Wind blowing straight in from center field. And so we'll get that hum in the microphone, or the wind in the microphone, if you will. Oh, by the way, it was pouring down rain when I left Altus about an hour and a half ago. Dry as can be here in Mangum. So it will be a defensive lineup that has Brent Woodward in the circle for Mangum. Hadley Zachary, her battery mate. Alyssa Dreyer is at first. Audrey Hart scheduled to get the start at second base, even though she is hurt. It's senior night. She is one of those seniors. Yeah, I had a chance to see that. Didn't have a chance to look through that. But, yeah, that's something that will hit close to home. Faith Wallace is at third. Morgan White, the shortstop. Landry Lively, Lauren York, and Larry McGriffiths from left to right in the outfield. Mangum in their black uniforms with the orange pinstripes and the orange numerals. And Hallie Carney set to check in. And Carney takes a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 on Hallie. And now Brian Bingham going to come to home plate, and we're going to allow Faith Wallace to lead the field, so she was in there for that one pitch. And also Audrey Hart at second base will leave the field. Maddie Paxton will play at third base. And see who they ran in at first base. Holly Lehman-Webb. 1-0 pitch on the way here, off the fist, rolled towards White at short. Morgan Yada has to hurry, not in time. Hallie Carney beats it out for an infield single. Carney celebrating birthday number 17. Somebody tells me that may get a rendition of Happy Birthday for her at the end of the ball game. So Carney leads it off with a single on the infield. J.C. Funkhauser now will step in. Funkhauser, the pitcher, right-handed hitter. J.C. is bunting here, shows bunt, does down the first base line, foul, and the count on Funkhauser is 0-1. So Holly Lehman-Webb now at second base, and Maddie Paxton at third, and they are inserted into the lineup accordingly in the batting order. Nice move there by both coaches. Pitch upstairs for a ball. The count 1-1 now on Funkhauser. Allow the kids to, and I'm sure that there was an arranged agreement between Coach Carney and Coach Bingham that the ball was going to be thrown out of the strike zone. A little bunt down the first base line, hurrying, and Lehman-Webb is off the bag. Dreyer bobbled the ball momentarily, got it back and threw to first, and Holly was off the bag, and everybody going to be safe. So it will go as a sacrifice for Funkhauser. And also an error on the play. Runners in first and second, nobody out for Josie Carney. Josie, the second baseman. First pitch high and outside for ball, count 1-0. Well, the junior high game, as we mentioned, as spirited as we have ever been involved with, this one has all the trappings of being likewise. Pitch to Carney, taken for a strike, and a count level on Josie at 1-1. I talked to Mom a little while ago. She said she may be watching the game from the car. Popped up on the infield, drifting into foul territory, making the play for out number 1 is Alyssa Dreyer. Good job by Dreyer to find that she had room there in foul territory on the first base side. Drifted towards the dugout, made the catch for out number 1. So one gone for Reese Porter, the catcher, for Hobart. Runners at first and second, one gone. I want to say hi to Pam Simmons, who's checked in, Justin Taylor as well. And a pitch downstairs to Porter, 1-0 on Reese. Jaden Bowen in the on-deck circle, Jemiah Spencer, Tony Hodges, Macy Pagan, and Raiden Salazar. Round out the batting order. 2-0 count now on Porter. Some of the kids we've known for a long time. The Carney kids, Funkhauser, Porter, and Bowen all come to mind. Some new to us. 2-0 pitch, dribbled foul behind home plate. And the count 2-1. Home plate umpire doing an excellent job of keeping us up to date. They sprayed down the batter's boxes in between ball games. And Reese has dug her a hole to shine in there. Back foot deep in the little ground ball here to Lehman Webb, and Holly will flip the first for out number 2. Advancing to third is Hallie Carney. J.C. Funkhauser at second for Jaden Bowen. So a good job there by Porter to move the runners on the fielder's choice. It went 4-3 for out number 2. 2 gone now for Bowen, the third baseman. You better like that hole that was dug there, because you're going to set in it. First pitch to Bowen, taken for a strike, and the count 0-1 on Jaden. Brent Woodruss frustrated, to say the least, last night, and then loss, trying to find the strike zone according to the umpire, and really never got settled, because the umpire never really got settled on where he was going to call strikes. So, it was a couple of college kids and no fault of their own. Pitch downstairs. Woodruss held on to it too long. Count level at 1-1. Everybody's got to learn somewhere. They did a great job of having thick skin. I give them credit on that. 1-1 pitch, fouled out of play on the right side. It's 1-2. There was some catcalling going on throughout the course of the evening, and they simply blocked it out and did what they could. The other thing that they did that I liked is that when they were unsure about something, they got together and talked about it. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Little ground ball again. Lehman Webb. Couple of hops down. Gets off her glove. She'll flip, and in time for the out. On a bang-bang play over at first base, and Richard Carney a long look at the field umpire. So the inning will come to an end. No runs, a hit, an error, and a couple of runners left on board. And after a half inning of play, it's Hobart nothing, Mangum coming to bat here on Fox Radio.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
To be a Mangum Tiger, you need a big heart, a little grit, and a whole community of supporters. This is Lori Laughlin from the new Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We might have changed the name of the bank, but you can count on us to continue to serve you with the same devotion and quality that you've come to expect. Our Mangum Tigers and the communities we serve will always be the heartbeat of what we do. We are Cattlemen's Bank. Go Tigers!
Bottom half of inning number 1 set to unfold here on Classic Hits 97.7 and on the Facebook pages of Classic Hits, along with KTJS. Jay McCormick with a safe call a moment ago over at first base. Little different look here tonight for Coach Bingham offensively. Brent Woodruff's going to lead it off for the Lady Tigers. She'll take a pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. J.C. Funkhauser the pitcher. Reese Porter is the catcher. You got Tony Hodges at first. Josie Carney at second. Jaden Bowen at third. And Raiden Salazar, the shortstop, will set the outfield in a moment. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Upstairs for a ball. And it's 2-0. Jemiah Spencer, Hallie Carney, and Macy Pagan from left to right in the outfield for Hobart. There's that 2-0 pitch, fouled, and there's that foreign thing that comes in there, Chad, on the feed to make you aware of. So the count 2-1. Maddie Paxton waiting in the on-deck circle. She'll be followed by Lauren York. Count 2-1 on Woodruss. That one lifted into center field. Carney not going to get there. Got a late break on it. And Josie could not, or rather, Hallie could not make the play. So a seeing eye single to lead off the ball game for Brent Woodruss. Maddie Paxton now going to step in. Paxton at third base for Mangum. Hadley Zachary, Morgan White, Landry Lively, Holly Lehman-Webb, Alyssa Dreyer, and Jalen Hammond rounding out the batting order for Mangum. Paxton takes upstairs for ball. Count 1-0 on Maddie. Plenty of sunshine and blue sky here, and the wind blowing in. Paxton had a notion, laid off it, 2-0 on Maddie. And I think you'll see the effects of the wind as the ball game progresses. Again, Carney, and a good outfielder. You take a step back when the ball is initially hit. 2-1 pitch back to the or 2-0 pitch back to the screen. It's 2-1. You're supposed to take that step back, and Carney did. And then when she saw the ball was going to be shallow, she could not get there in time. And again, the wind knocking that down. 2-1 pitch on the way to Paxton. Swing and a miss, 2-2. As Funkhauser climbed the ladder on that one. 2-2 pitch on the way. Off speed, hit home plate, and the count full at 3-2. Yeah, early on, it'll be interesting to see. Coach Bingham decides to put Woodruss in motion. She runs well. Paxton handles the bat well. 3-2 offering on the way. Woodruss stays put. Foul ball on the right side out of play, and it'll stay 3-2. Tony Hodges trying to get to that softball and ran into Coach down there at first base. Coach, all she could do is stand still, stay out of the way. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, left center field. Carney giving chase, not going to get there. Woodruss on her way to third. She's there. Now taking second base on the throw will be Paxton. Runners at second and third with nobody out. Great base running there by Maddie Paxton. That ball falling between Spencer and Carney out there in left center field, and play in front of Paxton all the way. They made the throw to third base, not going to get Woodruss by any stretch of the imagination, and that allowed the extra base to be taken by Maddie. So now Jay York steps in, and Lauren fouls one back behind us. It's 0-1, and had a chance to talk to Lauren. She said, man, I was so tight and nervous last night. I'm like, really? Lauren, I didn't recognize that. I didn't see it. A little bit more relaxed here this evening. Got a chance to have our picture taken with her and a couple of other kids for senior night, off-speed pitch. And, boy, a great one there by Funkhauser, now 0-2. And we were certainly honored to have our picture taken with the seniors. Grateful for that. 0-2 pitch to York, popped it up on the infield. It should be an easy play, and it is for Raiden Salazar for round number 1. And I say easy. Again, you saw the effects of the wind kind of making that ball dance around a little bit. Anytime you get a pop-up on the infield and you're one of those infielders, you may be a dancing bear. So here's Hadley Zachary, runners at second and third, one gone. Zachary takes outside for a ball, 1-0 on Hadley. As soon as I say that it's a sun-splashed afternoon, the clouds have rolled in. 1-0 pitch, again, bounces off the plate, 2-0. Woodruss at third, Paxton at first. They both singled to begin the ball game. A pop out on the infield for Lauren York, and now Zachary an opportunity with one gone. Lifts it in the air to right field. Pagan out of play and can't get there, and it's 2-1. And again, Macy, it looked like for a moment was going to be able to draw a beat on that ball, but saw the wind just absolutely knock it down. So the count 2-1 on Zachary. High upstairs for Funkhauser. 3-1 on Hadley. Morgan White in the on-deck circle. Mangum trying to take advantage early on. 3-1 pitch on the way, ball 4, bases loaded. So the base on balls loads the bases for Mangum. Zachary at first, Paxton at second, Woodruss at third, and here's Morgan White. So if you're White, just got to put the ball in play somewhere and make Hobart make a defensive play against you. Takes it for a strike, and it's 0-1. You got to believe Morgan was taking all the way there. Again, you can look for something in your wheelhouse here. 0-1 pitch, off speed, popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule in effect, 2 gone. So 2 gone as Josie Carney makes the catch. Here's Landry Lively. So quickly, how do you know that was an infield fly on that play? Short answer, if you can make a force out at third base with less than 2 outs. Lively, first pitch swinging, lifts it in the air to the left. Spencer backed up, now going out and nearly colliding with Raiden Salazar as Spencer, and Jemiah makes the catch, round number 3. Boy, that one had all kinds of disaster written all over it. Funkhauser, though, stems the tide. She leaves them loaded in the first. No runs, a couple of hits, no errors, and the bases left loaded. At the end of 1, Hobart and Mangum, no score on Classic Hits 97.7.
For expert installation and service on heating and cooling systems, call Shelburne Heating and Air in Hobart. New installation and service work on all systems. Jim and Justin are experienced. They'll service your current unit or they'll install a brand new one. Shelburne Heating and Air will do the job right the very first time. Jim and Justin Shelburne, trusted by thousands all across southwest Oklahoma. For many years, they can't all be wrong. Call Shelburne Heating and Air in Hobart, 580-726-3338.
Working hard? Ready for the game? It's time to unleash. And it's time for you to unleash your power. The power of Ram. It's Ram Power Days, featuring the new 2021 Ram lineup. So don't wait. Go to Cummins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram now and unleash the beast. Incredible power off the line at Cummins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off I-40 in Weatherford, exit 84. Learn more at CumminsChrysler.com. See dealer for details.
Here we go, top half of inning number 2. It'll be Jemiah Spencer, Tony Hodges, and Macy Pagan due up for Hobart in their half of the second. Good play again. Go back to Spencer making that catch out in left field. That's her play all the way. Salazar went a long way to have an attempt at the ball, but a good job of peeling off at the end. And the catch made by the left fielder. So Jemiah will leave it off here in inning number 2. Talked yesterday about Albert Pujols. Fat Albert got a home run last night. Now it's 694 as he closes in on 700. Spencer takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0 on her. Trails Alex Rodriguez by 2. Rodriguez fourth on the all-time list at 696. 1-0 pitch here. Cold strike and the count level at 1-1. George Herman Ruth at 714. Hank Aaron 755 and Mr. Steroid 767, I believe. Pitch upstairs for ball, 2-1. A little bit later on, I'm going to read that letter we talked about last night as well from a Mangum native who was in the Kansas City Star, and a tribute to the late quarterback for Kansas City, the Chiefs, Lynn Dawson. 2-1 on Jemiah Spencer. Spencer waved at that one, off speed. Good pitch there by Woodruss, and the count leveled at 2-2. Probably shocking to you that I actually able to read. 2-2 pitch on the way. A little bit low, and that'll run the count full at 3-2. Mangum fans wanting strike 3 on that one, not going to get it. Woodruss goes to work on Spencer. Swing and a miss, got her on strikes. Came back on the outer half of the plate, rocking and fired, and got that one. So here's Tony Hodges. Hodges, the first baseman. And now has decided to go back and get a different weapon. Top half of inning number 2, no score. Big-time district ball game between longtime rivals Hobart and Mangum. Swinging a miss here. Hodges got on the count 0-1. Tony gets set, 0-1 pitch. Woodruss held on to that one too long. Back to the screen, count level at 1-1. Excellent crowd on hand. You would expect that. 1-1 pitch on the way. Inside for a ball. 2-1. And again, Mangum fans thought that was a strike. You can see the home plate umpire shake his head. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. I talked about the young man last night behind the home plate, and he'll learn as he continues to umpire by being so far behind the catcher and as tall as he was. Swing and a miss here. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the second inning for Woodruss. Hodges gone on strikes. 2 out now for Macy Pagan, the right fielder. But if you're watching on one of our Facebook pages or YouTube channels, you'll notice the umpire right in behind Hadley Zachary. First pitch on the way. Upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Young man last night well off and behind the catcher, and some of the pitches, no doubt, where he was seeing him cross the plate, and he was accurate in it. He just was not in good position. Swing and a miss here. Pagan late on that one. 1-1. You know, baseball pitchers like the wind to be in their face. It's fouled back to the screen. Good cut there by Pagan, and the count 1-2. Softball pitchers, I'm not so sure that they subscribe to that as well. I think the wind at their back, beneficial to them. Cassie Anderson has joined us this evening in the broadcast booth. Cassie, good to have you alongside. We appreciate you. Brent Woodruss, meantime, a pitch away from striking out the side here in the second. Pagan trying to keep the inning alive. Swing and a miss, inning over. 1-2-3, Woodruss retiring Hobart on strikes here in the second. We go to the bottom half of the frame, and there is no score. Mangum and Hobart on Classic Hits 97.7.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month 4,500 GWC powertrain warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers!
Bottom third of the lineup due up for Hobart, or Mangum rather. Their half of inning number 2. That'll be Holly Lehman-Webb, Alyssa Dreyer, and Jalen Hammond. Mangum, a couple of hits to begin the ball game, and left runners, left with bases loaded. After a walk, couldn't get anybody home. And as Hall & Oates once sang, missed opportunities. So here's Lehman-Webb, second baseman for Brian Mangum and the Mangum Lady Tigers. J.C. Funkhauser pitched down to that big-time jam there in that first inning. First pitch here downstairs for a ball, 1-0. And again, with that wind blowing in from center field, the outfield of Spencer, Carney, and Pagan from left to right, shallow. Upstairs for a ball, count 2-0. And what happens in a situation like that? And you have to do that with that wind blowing in and holding the ball up. But if you're a hitter and can drive one into the gap, allows you probably to take an extra base. 2-0 pitch, called strike, and a count 2-1 on Lehman-Webb because of the angle of the outfielders trying to chase down the ball. I know that Holly was appreciative of that call. She stepped out of the box, not once, but now is going to do it again and adjust some of the accoutrements found on her left leg. Holly digging in now, 2-1 on Lehman-Webb. Here's the pitch from Funkhauser. There's a called strike. The count leveled at 2-2. So after falling behind 2-0, Funkhauser has battled back to level the count at 2-2. Hadley Zachary, or rather Alyssa Dreyer, waiting in the on-deck circle. And it hit her. So Lehman-Webb gets hit by the pitch. She'll get first base. Another base runner for Mangum. Just got an alert that apparently the rain is not done there in Altus, as it says 0.9 of a mile from Altus. Now I've gotten another weather statement, this one from the National Weather Service and the Weather Channel. Trying to bunt, fouling it back to the screen is Alyssa, 0-1 on Dreyer. So the special weather statement says a strong thunderstorm will impact portions of north central Jackson and south central Greer counties through 7. Doppler tracking a strong thunderstorm over Martha, moving west at 20. Winds of 50 to 55 miles an hour have been indicated. Altus, Blair, Martha, and Duke all in the path of the storm. And it is that time of the year when storms will travel east to west. Again, a bunt attempt pulls the bat back, taken for a ball, and stealing second base on the play is Lehman-Webb. Job there by Holly. Got a good break on the pitch and made it to second base safely. So again, parts of Jackson and parts of Greer County, that severe weather statement. But it would appear that the bulk of the storm will miss Mangum proper. Count level at 1-1 on Dreyer. We look at the future radar, and yeah, it does stay south of Mangum. And again, that odd look of going from east to west. Foul tip off the catcher's mask and got some of the umpire as well, and he'll take some time to clear some dirt from home plate and kind of regroup there. That That ate him up pretty good. 1-2 on Dreyer. Off speed. Again, fights it off. And a great job there by Alyssa to keep the at-bat alive. And it'll stay at 1-2. Out at second base, Holly Lehman-Webb. She's there with nobody out. Hammond in the on-deck circle. Pitch outside here. And that'll even the count at 2-2. Kind of like what we saw last night. Darkness getting here a little bit early because of the cloud cover, and I would think the lights would come on pretty quickly. This one's off the end of the bat into no man's land. A good play by Josie Carney to fire to first and get Dreyer by a step for out number 1. It's a good play by Carney. She had a long way to come for the ball. It was in between she and Funkhauser. Josie picked it up and fired to first for out number 1. Advancing on the play, the fielder's choice, Lehman-Webb. She's at third. So here's Dalen Hammond. Hammond swinging at the first pitch. Down on the count 0-1. Runner at third, 1 gone. Mangum missed an opportunity in inning number 1 when they loaded the bases and couldn't score. Shows bunt here, foul tip, 0-2 now on Hammond. Kind of a safety squeeze there. As Webb came partway down the line and waiting to see if the throw was going to be made to first base. 0-2 count. Outside for a ball. They trying to get Hammond to chase, and good job by Jalen to stay away from it. 1-2 now on the designated player. Lifts this one in the air down the right side. That'll curl foul and get out of play. It'll stay 1-2. Mangum fans, remember, 16th annual Tiger Bash coming up on Thursday. Gets underway at 5. We'll have our traveling microphones there at 6 in downtown Mangum. 1-2 offering. Upstairs for a ball. Evens the count at 2-2. And of course, the football season kicking off on Friday night from the Liberty Bowl. Sam Powers and company entertaining Comanche. 7 o'clock kickoff. Fly ball center field. Carney is there, makes the catch. Tagged by Lehman-Webb. Here's the throw, and safe at home! Underneath the tag, Holly Lehman-Webb. And Mangum is on the board. Strong throw from center field by Hallie Carney. And a good job by Porter to apply the tag, but Lehman-Webb, too much speed. She's safe. And that's the first run of the ball game. That one had all the elements there, didn't it? To give the RBI to Hammond. Run scored for Lehman-Webb. 2 gone. Back to the top of the order we'll go. Here's Bryn Woodruss. Woodruss, first pitch swinging into right field, and that will drop in front of Pagan for a base hit, and the inning stays alive. Woodruss now 2 for 2 on the ball game with a pair of singles. Maddie Paxton, who singled her first time around, steps in. Runner at first, 2 gone. Mangum on top, 1-0. We play in the bottom half of inning number 2. Pitch to Paxton. Off speed, downstairs, ball 1. Woodruss, who runs well at first base. 2 gone. Let's see if Coach Mangum puts her in motion at some point. Paxton going to go to the right side, and again, Pagan reaches over and makes the catch for out number 3. So good job on the break that time by Macy. And the inning will come to an end. But not before Mangum comes over the first run of the ball game. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and a runner left on board. We have played 2. Mangum 1, Hobart 0 on Classic Hits 97.7.
Friends, when you need an attorney, and we all do at some point, there's a veteran, experienced attorney in Hobart that you should call. Tom Talley at Talley & Talley Law Office. Tom has experience, like we said. Regardless of your specific need, Tom will know how to handle it. And he's a proud supporter of our youth in sports, academically, livestock shows, and so much more. Friends, when you need an attorney, call a good one. Tom Talley, Talley & Talley Law Office in Hobart. In your time of grief, you can count on Larry and Kimberly Eshetai at Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes of Southwest Oklahoma, with locations in Hobart, Mountain View, Carnegie, Anadarko, Cordell, and Sentinel. Ask about transferring a policy from another funeral home. They will take care of absolutely everything. Hey, they're professionals, caring, compassionate. Larry and Kimberly Eshetai and staff at Ray and Martha's Funeral Homes of Southwest Oklahoma. They're there when you need them.
Well, we appreciate you joining us wherever you might be. Whether it's on radio on Classic Hits 97.7 or on the Fox Radio network of Facebook pages, the Classic Hits 97.7 Facebook page, and also on the 1420 AM Facebook page. Top of the third inning, it'll be Raiden Salazar, then back to the top of the order. Hallie Carney and J.C. Funkhauser due up for Hobart as they trail 1-0 here in inning number 3. And again, thunderstorms around, but not plaguing us here, at least at this point. Pitch downstairs for a ball. And the count is 1-0 on Raiden Salazar. Pitch back to the screen. And the count now 2-0. Remember, Woodruss struck out the side an inning ago. Ball downstairs, and it's down 3-0 on Salazar. Want to say hi to Don Pennington, Becky Jennings, Betty Perry, Courtney Robbins, and Charles Barker, all on the KTJS Facebook page. Cold strike here, and the count 3-1 on Salazar. When cold strike 2, 3-2. So Woodruss, after falling down in the count, 3-0, has battled back and run it full with 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way here, and that is hit out in front of home plate, and it will stay fair. So a fair ball is the call. Ball touched by Zachary. Hadley thought that it had gotten behind home plate, but the home plate umpire said no, it was on home plate when you touched it. So that will go as an infield single for Salazar. She's aboard with nobody out in the top of the order. And Hallie Carney. Carney singled her first time around. Was left stranded at third base. Takes one here. Throw not in time. Safe with the steal of Salazar. It's a nice throw down by Hadley Zachary, but just a step too late. So Salazar in scoring position now with nobody out. Count 1-0 on Carney. She showed bunt. Won't do that here. 1-0 pitch. Slap fouling out of play behind third base, and the count level at 1-1 on Hallie. Celebrated her 17th birthday. One pitch upstairs for a ball, 2-1, and now we're getting time called, and I'm not so sure that there's not lightning in the area. Yep, it's kind of what I thought. Oh, no, just a stray softball. Okay. Well, the way the field umpire reacted, he was calling for time in the middle of that play, and I thought he was looking off to our south and somewhat to the west and maybe seeing lightning. Carney had a notion, laid off of it. It's 2-1. But instead, it was just a stray softball. So there you go. Somewhere, Queen is singing Thunderbolts and Lightning, Very, Very Frightening Me. This one is on the ground and underneath Morgan's glove. It's short. They're going to throw into the runner, and we had both umpires making the call, and they've called safe at third base, Raiden Salazar. Good job by Carney hustling all the way. Hallie winds up at second base. Give her an infield single. And that was a bang-bang play over there at third. A good effort by White to recover. throw, not in time. So runners at second and third, nobody out. And here's J.C. Funkhauser. Funkhauser reached on an error her first time around. Richard telling Funkhauser to stay in the box. She's kind of bailing out there. So kind of a bizarre inning. Hobart trying to take advantage. Cold strike here and a count 1-1. Salazar getting credit for an infield single on a bunt that rolled back towards home plate and thought it was touched in foul territory, but was not. Now getting touched on the leg with the softball is J.C. Funkhauser. That will load the bases with nobody out. So Salazar on board with the infield fluke single. Carney then hits one hard to the left side. Gets under the glove of Morgan White. Bang, bang play at third. Salazar safe. Carney to second. Now Funkhauser hit. She's at first. Bases loaded. Fly ball center field by Carney. Josie. And a great throw here on the money by the center fielder, Lauren York. Oh, what a throw by Lauren York for out number 2. Mangum losing a little bit of focus on the play, though. And as they celebrate, advancing on the throw to third base is Carney. Funkhauser will go to second. So Salazar out at home, 8-2. Josie retired on the fly ball to center field, first out of the inning. And how about the cannon of a right arm for Lauren York? And it was a perfect strike. Ground ball to third, knocked down by Paxton. She'll flip to first, and they come away unscathed again. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Hobart can't score. So the inning will come to an end. No runs, a hit, an error, and a couple of runners left on board. We played 2.5. It's Mangum 1, Hobart nothing. And this is Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
And we welcome into the broadcast booth Garrett Pride. Garrett, the rest of the Pride family looking forward to Friday night football as Ashton and the rest of the Mangum Tigers will be taking on the Indians of Comanche. 7 o'clock kickoff from the Liberty Bowl on Classic Hits 97.7. Well, Lauren York, who told us earlier that she was as tight as a drum last night, a lot looser here on senior night. Beautiful throw home, and Zachary just has to make the catch and apply the tag. I mean, that was as good as it gets. Now Lauren gets the leadoff inning number 3. It'll be York, Zachary, and White due up for Mangum. They lead 1-0 in the third. And the first pitch to Lauren, taken downstairs for ball, 1-0. York 0 for 1. She popped it short her first time around with runners at second and third and nobody out. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Grounded third. One hop. Nice big hop for Bowen. Flips to first. And there is one gone. Frustration on the part of Jaden. Wanted to toss the helmet. Wisely decided not to. Taylor made one hopper there to Jaden Bowen. Fielded her position well. So here's Hadley Zachary. Zachary walked her first time around and was left stranded. Hadley looks at one upstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Zachary. Sun returning, and so shadows playing a part in the vision right now of the pitcher and the batter. 1-1. Zachary takes it for a strike. J.C. Funkhauser in sunshine and then shade and a sliver of sunshine at home plate. Zachary looks at one upstairs for a ball, 2-1 now on Hadley. This one hadn't gotten quite as raucous as what we had thought, but we're only in the third. Upstairs for a ball, 3-1. that junior high one, that's some good stuff there. 3-1 offering on the way here. Zachary hacking away. 3-2 on Hadley. Wind beginning to settle a little bit. It's still blowing in, but more towards left field. And there's ball 4 back to the screen. And Funkhauser just kept that one in her hand too long. Second walk of the evening for Zachary. She's aboard with 1 gone. And here's Morgan White. White, 0 for 1, popped to second her first time around. Morgan trying to get untracked offensively. Has struggled the last couple of games. Takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And again, it's one of those things where the pitcher's trying to get into that groove. Looking for some Madonna. 1-0 pitch. Morgan White lifts it into shallow left field. That's going to be trouble. Coming on, though, to make the play is Jemiah Spencer for out number 2. Good job by Spencer. Got a great break there. Looked like maybe that one would float in between Salazar and Spencer in short and left field, but Jemiah said, no, thank you. I'll go get it for out number 2. So 2 gone now for Landry Lively. Lively flied out to Spencer to end inning number 1. She's 0 for 1. And now we're going to get a courtesy runner for Hadley Zachary. With 2 outs, give her a chance to put on the gear in anticipation of the next inning. I think that's Rankins coming in to run, and it is. Called strike on Landry, 0-1 on the left fielder. Mangum leads 1-0. We play bottom half of inning number 3. District matchup between these two clubs. Off-speed pitch, rolled foul, and the count 0-2. Hobart coming into the district play tonight, undefeated at 8-0. Mangum had been on a 4-game winning streak inside district play before losing to Minko last night. Upstairs for a ball. And the count 1-2 on Landry. 1-2 pitch from Funkhauser. Off speed, way out in front. Strike 3. Lively gone on strikes. So the inning will come to an end. Mangum comes up empty. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on board. We've played 3. It's a 1-0 ball game on the Fox Radio Network.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
At Mangum Drug Company, pharmacists Blake and Dana look forward to serving your prescription needs. Mangum Drug Company has a great selection of health and beauty, gifts, and cards, including seasonal items. The pharmacy includes Dispill personalized medication packaging, immunizations, and a convenient drive-thru. Call 782-2195, 109 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
All right, here we go. Top of the 4th inning. Jaden Bowen, Jemiah Spencer, and Tony Hodges due up for Hobart in their half of the frame. Bowen grounded to second her first time around. She's 0 for 1. Mangum back in action on Friday afternoon. 2 o'clock ball game against Minko. They will play in the Sterling tournament and a road game against Hobart and a doubleheader down in Frederick, and also play in the Sayre tournament before the regular season comes to an end, celebrating senior night here. Pitch outside to Bowen, 1-0 on Jaden. Bowen is just marvelous athlete. 1-0 pitch. And a darn sweet kid's boot. Taken for a strike, 1-1. She has got an electric smile. Count 1-1 on Bowen. Woodruss had that one bounce out in front of home plate, 2-1. Brent on the evening has got 3 strikeouts. All came in the second inning when she fanned to the side. Down in the count here, 2-1. Bowen rolls it on the ground to Paxton at third. Maddie will set, throw, and out number 1 is recorded. Maddie Paxton getting her opposite number, 5-3. 1 gone now for Jemiah Spencer. Spencer struck out to begin inning number 2. She is 0 for 1. Jemiah made a couple of nice plays in that field earlier in the ball game for Hobart. Takes a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 on Jemiah. One-0 pitch on the way here. Lifted in the air to center field. A well hit. And going back and making the play at the wall, Lauren York. Well, York got a great jump. Well hit ball by Spencer. But the wind kept that one in the field of play. And a good job by Lauren to go get it for out number 2. I guess you could say Jemiah put a charge into it. So 2 gone now for Tony Hodges. Hodges 0 for 1. She struck out her first time around. Bats with the bases empty here in the 4th, and her club trailing 1-0. Had an ocean laid off the high stuff, and it's 1-0. Woodruss a little bit more deliberate here in this inning. Fastball slings back to the screen on the foul tip, and it's 1-1. Bren will get in places where she is just almost robot-like with her efficiency. And then sometimes she struggles trying to find that slot. She's in that slot right now. 1-2. Trying to close the door on Hodges and Hobart in the inning. Tony lifts it in the air on the right side, giving chase, and coming on to make the play is Griffins for out number 3. Good job by Laramie. So 3 up, 3 down for Hobart in their half of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom half of the frame, 1-0. Mangum on top of the Fox Radio Network.
Steve Miller at Grinnell's Pharmacy encourages everyone to shop at home when you can and support your local merchants. Steve thanks you all for many years of loyalty. Use our drive-through window. Get your prescriptions filled at Grinnell's Pharmacy. And we have greeting cards, gift ideas, candy, and a lot more at Grinnell's Pharmacy in Hobart, Oklahoma.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Holly Lehman-Webb, Alyssa Dreyer, and Jalen Hammond up here in the 4th for Mangum. Lehman-Webb scored the only run of the ball game. She walked, stole a base, came in on a sacrifice fly. So if you were with us yesterday, you heard me talking about the letter to the editor that I read last week in the Kansas City Star concerning Lynn Dawson and how it had ties to Southwest Oklahoma, and certainly caught my eye as I was reading it last week. First pitch to Lehman-Webb, outside for a ball, 1-0. I just read the recent letter to the editor about Lynn Dawson's wife, Jackie. This letter says, and the kindness that she showed a young man who attended the Lynn Dawson football camp at William Jewell College back in 1969. 2-0 now on Lehman-Webb. My teammate and I, both 16, left our hometown of Mangum, Oklahoma to attend the same camp. 2-0 pitch on the way. 2-1 back to the screen on the foul. The letter writer says, my dad had been a colonel at Richards-Gebaur Air Force Base outside of Kansas City, and he wanted me to go to Dawson's camp after he retired and we moved to Oklahoma. My buddy and I also traveled via bus and went through Oklahoma City on our way to Kansas City for the camp. Count 2-1 on Lehman Webb as she adjusts, and now Funkhauser's pitch going to be lifted into left field for a base hit. Good job by Holly to smack that one into left field. She's aboard with nobody out for Alyssa Dreyer. The letter goes on. When we arrived, Jackie Dawson picked us up, and like the letter writer, we felt so thankful for her generosity. We didn't get a steak dinner as the other letter writer did, but there's more to the story. The next morning, we realized our football cleats and tennis shoes hadn't made it off the bus. As all the players were told to run down the hill to practice, Lynn Dawson, here's the pitch to Zachary, bunted out in front of home plate. It's a good one. Bowens only played a first, and the out is recorded, but Lehman Webb moves into scoring position with only one gone. So a perfect sacrifice bunt there by Hadley Zachary. And it goes 5-3, and that'll be out number one. So here's Jalen Hammond now. Hammond, a sacrifice fly her first time around, drove in the only run of the ball game. We'll finish up that letter in a moment. Runner in scoring position, Lehman Webb, one gone. First pitch on the way, foul, back to the screen, 0-1 on Hammond. So the letter writer said, after he realized he didn't have his tennis shoes, Len Dawson picked us up in his brand new purple Dodge Super B car and gave us a ride to the field. I made some good friends there and still have my blue camp jacket. I'll never forget Lynn and Jackie Dawson's kindness. Signed Raleigh Heatley, Fort Worth, Texas. And I would be interested to know if anybody listening in or watching tonight remembers Raleigh. There's a ground ball headed towards center field. Base hit for Hammond. They're going to wave the runner. Here comes the throw. Safe at home is Holly Lehman Webb, taking second base and then overrunning the bag. And getting tagged out at second is Hammond, as she is retired. Give her, though, another RBI, and that combination of Hammond and Lehman Webb resulting in the second run of the ball game for Mangum. So a single, an RBI, and then put out at second base with the second out of the inning is Hammond. She got her job done. 2-6, by the way, on that putout, if you're scoring along at home. Line shot right back through the middle, and a great reaction time there by Funkhauser to make the catch for out number 3. But not before Mangum comes up with another run in the inning. One run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and nobody left on board. And at the end of 4, it's a 2-0 ball game. Mangum in front of Hobart on the Fox Radio Network.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'd like to invite you to Mangum's newest retail store, Dapper 14 Boutique. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Right now, all summer clothing is on sale and fall merchandise is here. We're on Facebook and at dapyr14.com. Visit us at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Come shop Dapper 14. You'll love it.
And in between innings, get a text. I'm guessing this is from Brad Gilbert, who tells me that he featured the letter that we just talked about with Mr. Heatley on the front page of Thursday's Mangum Star. So thanks for that information there. And that was just a cool deal. I read about 4 or 5 newspapers a day, and I'm reading the Kansas City Star, and I see Mangum, Oklahoma in a letter to the editor, and that is cool. And by the way, when I talked about that Super Bee, the first pitch taken for a strike here for Macy Pagan. 0-1 on Pagan. She struck out her first time around. Takes inside for ball 1-1. But as I talked about that Super Bee, that Bumblebee, that Dodge Bumblebee, the people our age, my age, you know what kind of car we were talking about. This one's lifted foul and out of play on the right side. 1-2 now on the right fielder from Hobart. That's Super Bee. And it wasn't in 69, but maybe 72, 73. 1-2 pitch on the way here to Pagan. Called strike 3. She's gone on strikes for the second time this evening. This one of the backwards K variety. That'll be strikeout number 1 of that form, and 4 on the night now for Bryn Woodruss. And here comes Raiden Salazar. Salazar singled, stole a base, and was left. Well, no, she was thrown out at home on a great throw from center fielder Jaden Bowen back in inning number 3. So 1 gone here in the 5th. Mangum on top 2-0. But either in 72 or 73, pitch on the way here, lifted foul and out of play. Lynn Dawson, and there was a Dodge dealership on Nolan Road in Independence, and that's where everything happened back in the day in Independence, Missouri. And there was that Dodge dealership there in Independence, and I'm sure that's the dealership that gave Dawson his car. He's a fly ball into right field coming on. Not able to make the play out there is Griffiths. Now the ball gets away from her, and taking second base on the play will be Salazar. So she's in scoring position with 1 gone. Griffiths went a long way to try to get it and just ticked off of her glove. Anyhow, to finish that story about Lynn Dawson, 72 or 73, he, Jan Stenerud, and Otis Taylor, who were part of that Chiefs juggernaut back in the 60s and early 70s, as Haley Carney looks at a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Haley's been on board both times with a pair of singles. Those 3 were signing autographs at that Dodge dealership, and remember my mother took my sister and I and a couple of neighborhood kids to get their autographs. Downstairs for a ball, the count leveled at 1-1. And back in those days, I mean, you didn't pay for autographs. You went and got your picture taken, and there was a line, and you didn't have to pay money, and whole different ball game being played back when I was a kid. Isn't that what the line says? So the count now 2-0. The scoreboard says I had 1-1 on Carney. Runner at second base, 1 gone. Hallie, a defensive swing there. Strike. And it is Brad. Brad, we got a new phone and had lost your number, and we appreciate you checking in. Ground ball to second, bobbled by Lehman Webb, and her throw not going to be in time. Carney, out of the left-handed box, gets there. So Holly knew she was going to have to hurry and bobble the ball. And boy, when she did that, no way you're going to get Carney. So Brad said it is a cool story about the Mangum connection and a Super Bowl quarterback that generous. But again, keep in mind, Dawson not only played in 1 Super Bowl, but he played in 2. The very first Super Bowl, he was the quarterback for the Chiefs when they were beaten by the Green Bay Packers. This one's popped up on the infield, and Woodruss there to make the catch. She'll throw over to first, safe. Coming all the way down from third base. Wow. Was Salazar, and Salazar able to retreat and get back before anybody noticed. Woodruss had to turn her back to the infield to make the catch off the bat of Funkhauser for out number 2. And she did not see behind her that Salazar went all the way home. Carney was also off with the pitch and barely got back ahead of the throw. So 2 gone now for Josie Carney. Dawson winning the Super Bowl in 1970 for the Chiefs against the Minnesota Vikings. There goes the runner. Ball gets away from Zachary, and Salazar will score. So that not seeing that Salazar had taken off and had gotten all the way to home plate when Woodruss made the catch of the infield for the second out of the inning. And she could have walked over to third base and stepped on the bag at the end of the frame. Instead, results in a run because, as we mentioned, Bren's back to the play. Didn't have any idea. There's a called strike. And the count on Josie Carney is 2-1. Lynn Dawson was a kind man, no doubt about it. Ground ball, right field. Knocked down by Lehman Webb. She'll quickly get the ball back to the infield. Holly went into right field to knock that one down and keep the runner at third base. Give a single to Josie Carney. Runners at first and third with 2 gone. Carney squared. Hallie at third, Josie at first. And Brad, you bring up a good point on that play. Everything happened so quickly. He wanted to know if Salazar retouched home plate on her way back to third on that infield pop-up, and I don't know. She touched it to come in, and if she did, she would have to retouch in retracing her steps. There goes the runner, and the throw going to be cut off, and jogging into scoring position will be Josie. Count 1-0 on Reese Porter. Porter 0 for 2, and she is hit into a fielder's choice and grounded out. So a 2-1 ball game, and again, Hobart has had runners all contest long unable to answer. Ground ball to Paxton. She'll throw to first, and the inning will come to an end. But the Lady Cats do crack the scoring column as they come up with 1 run on a couple of hits. A bizarre infield play and 2 runners left on base. At the end of 3.5, it's a 2-1 ball game, or 4.5. It's a 2-1 lead for Mangum over Hobart on Classic Hits 97.7.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are over the air on Classic Hits 97.7 and everywhere you are with the streaming services of the Facebook page of KTJS and also Classic Hits 97.7. And we have moved over to the 1420 Facebook page and say hello to Amy Bannister. Amy, good to have you alongside this evening. Hope all is going well. So we have had a little bit of everything this softball season. And we had some interesting plays, to say the least. So Mangum will send to the plate numbers 2, 3, and 4. That's Maddie Paxton, Lauren York, and Hadley Zachary. Paxton on the night has singled and flying to right, 1 for 2. First pitch on the way and left it in the left field. That's a base hit, and that may get to the wall. It does. Paxton rounding first, on her way to second base. She's there with a stand-up double. I talked about it earlier in the ball game. Because the wind has been blowing in and the fielders have kind of moved in, if you get one just even semi to the gap, it will roll to the fence, and we saw, because of the angle, and we saw that right there. So a leadoff double to begin the inning for Maddie Paxton. Now here's Lauren York. York looks at an off-speed pitch. 0-1 on Lauren. Lauren been frustrated here this evening. Frustrated last night as well. 0-1 pitch. Taken for a ball. She had showed bunt, but pulled the bat back. 1-1. And we're getting it on the KTJS Facebook page now. 1-1 pitch on the way, off speed, rolled on the ground. Carney bobbles, or check that was Salazar bobbling the ball. And unable to pick it up cleanly. York runs extremely well. She's aboard. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Richard Carney going to come out and have a conversation with his club. Runners at first and second, nobody out. We're in the fifth. Mangum 2-1 over Hobart on the Fox Radio Network.
Wichita Insurance is a proud supporter of Mangum schools, 4-H and FFA activities, and community programs. Visit their offices at 115 North Hudson in Altus or 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. They have 7 licensed insurance agents ready to serve Southwest Oklahoma. Drop by either location or call 580-301-6352 or 580-782-3049.
Well, more than just a conversation, it is a pitching change that is being made. Callie Carney will come in from center field and now be in the circle. And I did not see, but it looks like Funkhauser went to center field. Does that sound right, that she would probably go to center field? And yeah, that is the case. I see her out there now. Hallie was kind of in front of her prior to it, so Carney comes in from center field, and J.C. Funkhauser will leave the circle and take over in the outfield. Mangum with runners at first and second. Nobody out here in inning number 5. And Hadley Zachary will step in for the Lady Tigers. Zachary on the night has walked a couple of times. She was the benefactor of walks last night as well. Let's see if they had an opportunity there. Mangum did, to have a little conversation with the base runners and Hadley with Coach Bingham. And see if they're going to put something on here. First pitch on the way from Carney. Signed for a ball, 1-0. So Hadley not showing any signs of bunting there. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a called strike, and the count level of 1-1. So, Carney, much different physically than Funkhauser. There's a line drive, base hit, left field, hit hard, in quickly with a softball to Spencer. And she will hold Paxton at third. York will go to second. And a single for Hadley Zachary loads the bases. Great opportunity for Morgan White. Morgan 0 for 2. She's popped to second, flying to left. You just want to get something in the air here and get another run home. Infield in for Hobart. Cold strike, and it's 1-0, or 0-1, I'm sorry, on Morgan White. So with the infield coming in, the outfield comes in a bit as well. 0-1 pitch. White takes strike 2. It's 0-2. So Carney, after giving up the single, comes back-to-back blazing fastballs and jumps out in the hit account, 0-2. Tried to get her to chase, couldn't do it. Great job by Porter to keep that one around the plate, 1-2. A waste pitch there indeed, but again, it had to be knocked down, and a great job by Porter. 1-2 offering on the way here. Outside for a ball, 2-2. So advantage Morgan, because you know Carney doesn't want to go 3-2. Not with the bases loaded. Infield in. We're playing the fifth, 2-1 ball game. Carney's pitch. Ticked foul, back to the screen. It'll stay 2-2. And again, Hallie with a good pitch. And White doing a good job of spoiling the good pitch to keep the AB alive. Holly Lehman-Webb, who's had a big night, waits in the on-deck circle. Ball upstairs, and the count goes full, 3-2. So Morgan White now can look for something. Bases loaded, nobody out, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Carney does a good job of coming back and getting the strikeout. So one gone now. And I said it was Holly Lehman-Webb in the on-deck circle. She was actually in the hole. Landry Lively due up now. Landry flying out to end inning number 1. Struck out to end inning number 3. She's 0 for 2. Lively with an opportunity here. And again, you just want to put the ball in play and make Hobart make a play behind you. Lively gets set. Rolls one on the ground. And everybody going to be safe. That infield in allows a run to come in to score. And as Lively will get credit for the infield single and the RBI. She rolled it on the ground, and we talked about it. Simply put it in play. Hodges, the first baseman, couldn't get there. Josie Carney fielded the ball at second base, but there wasn't anybody there to throw it to at first. So scoring on the play is Paxton. York takes third. Zachary goes to second. Lively at first with an RBI. And it's a 3-1 ball game. Yeah, that was Richard in the background telling his club that they weren't ready. And again, with the infield in that cut off the angles there, that would have been a routine ground ball, but you've got to bring the infield in that situation. And it resulted in an issue there defensively. Lehman Webb showed bunt. I believe took it for a strike. And count 0-1. Holly has been hit by a pitch and singled, has scored a couple of runs. Takes outside for a ball. And the count on the second baseman is 1-1. York runs well at third. Zachary at second. Lively, good speed at first. 1-1 pitch to Lehman Webb. Had a good cut, fouled it out of play. And it's 1-2 on Holly. And again, the infield has to come in for Hobart. Try to cut down a run at the plate. 1-2 pitch, off speed, rolled back to Carney, throws to first, and oh my goodness. Hard slide, but a clean slide by Lauren York. Awkward into Porter, and the essence of youth right there. Fractured hip for yours truly if I'm trying to make that play. Great job by Porter. So York retired 1-2 for out number 2. Lively to second, Zachary to third, Lehman Webb at first on the fielder's choice. And here's Alyssa Dreyer. And again, they're allowing Porter some time to shake that one off, but great job by Reese to hang in there. And again, nothing flagrant about the slide of Lauren. I mean, you just go in there hard, try to beat the throw. She got down, slid feet first. 2 gone now for Zachary. Or Dreyer, I'm sorry. Alyssa looks at one outside for a ball, 1-0. Zachary over at third. 2 gone in the inning. 1 across for Mangum. They lead 3-1. Fastball back to the screen on the foul tip. That'll level the count at 1-1. And good job on that hard hit ground ball by Hallie to field her position. Carney made a bang-bang play. There's a little roller that hits the runner, and that'll end the inning. So, ground ball that was headed to second base, but it hit Lehman Webb. And she is retired for the third out of the inning. But Mangum comes up with another run in the frame. 1 run on a pair of hits. There was an error. And the base is left loaded. And at the end of 5, it's 3-1. Mangum on top. Classic Hits 97.7.
The Chaplin family, Chaplin Kettle Company in Hobart, are plenty proud to support our youth. Ball games, in the showroom, in the classroom. Our young people try hard, they work hard, they do a great job. Betty Chaplin and family are proud of these young people. Show your support any way you possibly can. And good luck, Bearcats and Lady Bearcats, from Betty Chaplin and family, Chaplin Cattle Company of Hobart.
A lot has happened in the last year, but not according to your investment portfolio. It still thinks everything is exactly the same as the last time you had it looked over, which means it may be out of tune with any changes in your life. Fortunately, a free Edward Jones portfolio review can help make sure your investments are still balanced and in sync with your financial goals. To find out more, visit edwardjones.com or contact myself, Lonnie Olson, your Hobart investment representative at 411 South Main Street here in Hobart. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Top of the sixth inning, it's a 3-1 lead for Mangum over Hobart. And while I've got a moment, want to say a melancholy trails to our longtime friend Bill Hayes, who passed away over the weekend. Bill from Blair and a longtime member of the staff at the Department of Human Services working in vocational rehabilitation. And we spent a lot of time on the golf course with Bill, and there are a lot of stories to tell about those golf course experiences, most of which are not appropriate for radio. But Bill's services will be Friday morning at 10 o'clock there in Altus at Lowell Tim's Funeral Home. And Bill, we will miss you, bud. As I said, we had our moments on the golf course. Probably one that I can tell involved Bill Murphy and Tim Rablis at Quartz Mountain Golf Course. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Jaden. She didn't like the call. Bowen 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Early in the fall, we had gathered to play at Quartz Mountain. Onside, ball 1-1, and Bill was late in arriving. He finally got there, and he was proud as a peacock when he got out of his vehicle because he had talked about he had stopped at one of the local Dollar General stores and bought himself some sweats because, as I said, it had turned cool on this fall afternoon. Well, it turned out the sweats were brown, and they were the jersey type. You know what I'm talking about. Pitching the dirt, 2-1. Bill was a little bit tight with $1, let me put it that way, and so he found the least expensive. But as I said, he was proud as a peacock, and he was proud to tell us that the bottoms and the tops matched. There's a line shot in the left field, base hit for Bowen to lead off inning number 6. So Jade aboard for Jemiah Spencer. Spencer 0 for 2. She is struck out and flied out. Anyhow, Bill and Bill Murphy were best of friends for a long time, longer than Tim or I had known Bill Hayes, and so they always rode in a cart together, and Bill Hayes competed with Bill Murphy. And on this particular day, Bill played better than Bill on the first couple of holes. There's the first pitch on the way here. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Spencer ahead in the count. And, of course, Bill Hayes was rubbing it into Bill Murphy. And finally, Murphy had enough as we went to the third hole. And he said, well, no wonder you're playing better than I am. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Called strike at a count level at 1-1. He said, you've got a sponsor. Hayes said, sponsor? What do you mean I got a sponsor? I don't got any sponsor. He says, yeah, you do. You're sponsored by UPS with that outfit you've got on. 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2, and it's 1-2. Needless to say, Hayes didn't win another hole the rest of the day. Got underneath his skin and inside his coconut. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Popped up behind us and out of play. It'll stay 1-2. But again, Big Bill, we'll miss you, bud. Thank you for the memories that we had a chance to share on the golf course. 1-2 our count here. We're playing in the top of the sixth inning. Mangum in front of Hobart in an important district contest. Runner at first base, Jaden Bowen. And now, Brent Woodruss says, I'd like a different ball, please. That one's got a scuff on it. Coach Mangum puts it right back in the group with ball. He said, well, maybe not. She didn't like it. I'm going to put it back in there. Little number down the third base line, foul. And the count will say 1-2 on Spencer. Woodruss, off speed, and I'll tell you what, Spencer way out in front of that one. The first out of the inning. Strikeout for Bryn Woodruss. That'll be her 5th of the ball game. Going to bring Tony Hodges to the plate. Hodges 0 for 2. She is struck out and flying out. Still at first base, Jaden Bowen. One gone in the inning. Outside with a fastball. 1-0. The wind now has shifted and is actually blowing out towards center field. I had gotten an alert from my Weather Channel app. That one's high and away. Zachary, a good job of climbing the ladder to make the catch. Take a gander at radar here, and there is a little shower to our east. Pitch inside for a ball. Count 2-1 now on Hodges. But again, that shower activity that we have seen here this afternoon has moved from east to west. Runner at first, one gone in the sixth. Pitch downstairs for ball 4. Runners at first and second now with just one gone. Going to get a courtesy runner now for Hobart. Is that Harper Talley? Harper Talley has come in to run. So Harper at first as the courtesy runner. One out in the inning. Now at second base, Jaden Bowen. Mangum nursing a 3-1 lead here. Macy Pagan takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. She's 0 for 2. And struck out swinging and struck out looking. Takes inside for a ball here. It's 2-0. Time going to be taken. And boy, Brian Bingham flying out of the dugout to have a conversation. And keep it right here as we mentioned Bingham got off the bucket quickly to have a conversation with his club. And again, talk about the importance of this one. I mean, district ramifications. And Minko undefeated inside district play. Hobart coming in undefeated inside district play. Mangum in that third slot with a district record of 6-3, 9-9 overall. So the conversation comes to an end. 2-0 on Pagan. Runners at first and second here in the sixth. 3-1 lead. Woodruss comes to work. Down low, there goes the runner. Throw in time. Thrown perfectly by Zachary. Covering Morgan White. Slaps the tag down on Jaden Bowen, and she is retired 2-6. How about that? An absolutely perfect throw by Zachary. Catching the tag in one motion. Count 3-0 meantime on Pagan. Taking second on the play was Talley. Ball 4, runners at first and second. So that caught stealing over there at third base, looming large here in the sixth. And a reminder, Mangum fans, coming up tomorrow night, it is the Tiger Bash getting underway at about 5. Our coverage on Classic Hits 97.7 set to get underway at about 6. I look forward to seeing you there. Pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0 on Raiden Salazar. Salazar, a double, stolen base, thrown out at home on a bang-bang play, and singled and scored. There's a called strike, and that'll level the count at 1-1. So Salazar, the ninth place hitter, 2 for 2 in the ballgame. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Ground ball underneath the glove of Paxton. They're going to send the runner, and the throw is cut off. Now it comes through to the catcher, Zachary, and they hold the base runner at third base. How about that? So Talley was getting the green light from Carney, and then he threw up the stop sign about halfway down, and wisely so, as the throw was originally cut off and then allowed to go through, and it was on the money. So Salazar on board for the third time of the ballgame. Here is Hallie Carney, who's got an opportunity to help herself. She came from center field to the circle in the bottom half of inning number 5. She's been on board all 3 times this evening. A couple of singles, reached on an error, takes a strike here, and a count 1-1. Bats with the bases loaded in the 6th. 2 gone. Woodruss delivers. Pitch popped up on the infield. Lehman Webb calls for it and makes the catch for out number 3. And Woodruss gets out of the inning with the bases loaded. Hobart comes up empty in their half of the 6th. No runs, a couple of hits, an error, and the bases left loaded. At the end of 5.5, it's 3-1 Mangum in front of the Lady Cats on the Fox Radio Network.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have 1 bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
When you need auto repair, save money and get it done at Dwayne's Auto right here in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs and turns rotors, alignments, air conditioning work, and general auto repair. And they make hydraulic hoses. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto, 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
Richard having a conversation with a home plate umpire in between innings, and I believe we've got a defensive change. It looks like we're going to get a new second baseman. Is that Ella Rudkins? Yeah, Ella Rudkins has gone in to play second base now for the Lady Cats. Bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Hammond, Woodruss, and Paxton due up for Mangum. They lead 3-1. First pitch on the way here. And Hallie Carney's delivery is down low for a ball, 1-0. A couple of RBIs in the ball game for Hammond. Sacrifice fly and a single. Takes outside for a ball, 2-0. Mangum looking for insurance here in inning number 6, leading by a pair. Called strike. And a count 2-1. That one got the Mangum fans murmuring there. Jalen, not a tall kid, and that one underneath the hands. Foul ball. And the count 2-2. And I see Katie Carney with a bag of ice handing off to Maddie. And you wonder if Josie got hurt in that inning, running the bases. Oh, it's Funkhauser? Okay, so Josie Carney has gone to center, and it was J.C. Funkhauser who suffered some sort of lower body injury. Hammond, we're going to roll one on the ground, fielded by Hodges. She'll spin, step on the bag for out number 1. Good defensive play there by Tony. So out number 1, recorded, 3 unassisted. Back to the top of the order we go. Bryn Woodruss. Woodruss, been on board a couple of times, 2 singles, and she has popped out, 2 for 3. So I guess on that slide over to third base maybe is when Funkhauser suffered the injury. There's a ball that's doinked off one of the support poles on the right side, 0-1. Bottom half of inning number 6. Tight one here. We expected it. It is certainly delivered. Woodruss hitting with 1 gone. Trying to get something started offensively. Give her club some insurance. Swing and a miss there. And the count 0-2 on Brent. Maddie Paxton in the on-deck circle. 0-2 pitch to Woodruss. Bounces out in front of home plate. 1-2. So J.C. Funkhauser, who started in the pitcher's circle, then an inning ago, went to center field, now out of the ballgame with an apparent injury. There's a fly ball into left center field, giving chase, and not getting there in time will be Spencer. And it's a one-out single for Woodruss. Woodruss now 3 for 4 in the ballgame. So Bryn indeed does help herself. Here's Maddie Paxton. Paxton singled, doubled, scored a run, flying to right. 2 for 3. And again, what was a very stiff breeze from the northeast blowing in, now it's just a gentle breeze from the south. Paxton takes for a ball, 1-0 on Maddie. I haven't had a chance to mention Maddie Carney. That kid has changed since I saw her last spring. Count 2-0 now on Paxton. Her way with a runner at first in Woodruss. And again, Lady Tigers trying to add to that 3-1 lead. Swing and a miss. Fastball right on by Paxton. It's 2-1. Tigers begin the football season on Friday night at home. The Liberty Bowl, they entertain Comanche. Airtime 6:30. Kick at 7 on Classic Hits 97.7 and the Facebook page. Downstairs for ball, 3-1. Hobart fans wanting a strike there. Bearcats played in week 0. Do they have a game this Friday night? At Watonga. All right. 3-1 offering here. Upstairs, ball 4. Runners at first and second, 1 gone. Well, Lauren York will come to the plate. She has made a couple of sparkling plays in center field this evening, throwing out runners. She's struggled at the plate, but has an opportunity here. Did reach base her last time around on an error. 0 for 3 officially. First pitch swinging and a foul ball. And talk about Reese Porter behind the plate. She was in a big collision with York earlier in the ballgame, and now York fouls one off of her. Lauren, good cut there. A little bit late. It's 0-2. One time early in my broadcast career, I got in trouble by a operations manager who did not know baseball. And I was calling play-by-play, and I talked about the tools of ignorance. He chastised me afterwards. That is a compliment if you are a catcher, whether it's baseball or softball. 0-2 pitch. They try to get York to chase, and it's 1-2. Boy, Hobart fans wanted strike 3 there, and I think if Porter doesn't set up quite so far outside, they may have gotten it. 1-2 offering on the way. Lauren spoils a pretty good pitch there. It'll stay 1-2. But the physical abuse that you take behind home plate is unbelievable. Foul tips, people running into you, and just wearing the equipment. 1-2 offering here, down in the dirt. It'll get away from Porter, and the runners will advance a base. Woodruss is at third, Paxton at second, and the count on Lauren now 2-2. So York, a big opportunity right now. Two-two pitch on the way. Outside for a ball, 3-2. So now Hallie really up against it here as Hadley Zachary waiting in the on-deck circles had a big night. Pitch to York. Again, spoils a pretty good pitch in on her hands. Fouls it back to the screen. It'll stay full at 3-2. Woodruss at third. Paxton at second. Time taken here. And apparently we had some light shining from the parking lot down the left field line. That vehicle is now moved, and we'll go to work. 3-2 pitch. Line shot towards short. Fielded and thrown to first. Not in time. Scoring on the play is Woodruss. Taking third is Paxton, and now the ball thrown away down the left field line. Paxton will score, and York will wind up at second base. So it's a 5-1 ball game, a pair of errors on the play. Throwing errors on 6 and 3 and allows York to take second base in scoring position, just one gone, and it's a 5-1 ball game. So now you get that run home. And a grand slam can't tie you. 5-1 lead right now as Zachary will get the intentional free pass. She's at first. And Morgan White will step in. Morgan has worn the collar 0 for 3. Coach Mangum, a spirited conversation to pump up his shortstop. And again, you get that sixth run home from second base as Kearney comes plateward, outside for a ball, 1-0. And a grand slam can't beat you, or at least tie you. So a big run out there at second base. Here's Michelle Waldrop saying, "Let's go, Lady Tigers." Hello, Michelle. Morgan fouls this one back to the screen. And count 1-1 on Morgan. Talked about it earlier. Looking for confidence is Morgan White at the plate. She had it earlier in the season. The ball looked like a beach ball to her, and right now, more like a grape. See if she can't find something here. 1-1 pitch on the way. Off speed, outside, 2-1. York at second, Zachary at first, one gone in the inning. Mangum has got 2 across so far. Good cut there by Morgan. Got a piece of it. And the count will go to 2-2. The flag, by the way, absolutely limp in center field. 2-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-2. Well, how bold are you if you're Brian Bingham? Runners at first and second, up by 4. One gone in the inning. Do you send the runners? Payoff pitch on the way. He'll keep them here. And again, White does a good job of spoiling off a pretty good pitch. It'll stay at 3-2. Three-two pitch to Morgan. Lifted it foul on the right side on top of the locker room for Mangum. Still 3-2. So Hallie Kearney and Morgan White locked in a good duel right here. Who will give? Payoff pitch, Kearney. Ground ball towards second. Throw to first for 1. The runners will advance. And that is a nice play out there by Rudkins. She didn't even think about trying to go to one of the other bases. Simply fielded her position and retired White for the second out of the inning on the fielder's choice, 4-3. 2 gone now for Landry Lively. Lively drove in a run her last time around. She is flying out and struck out. Runners at second and third, 2 gone. Tried to add to that 5-1 lead. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. And Jay McCormick checking in on a good one here between Hobart and Mangum. High and outside, good job by Porter to keep that one from going to the screen. And the count 2-0 on Lively. And again, trying to determine what softball they want to throw into play. Get one to everybody's liking. And Lively will check back in. Ball 3 out of the zone. Kearney nowhere near home plate, and it's 3-0. So Lively, you would think, with a base open, is taking here with 2 gone. Takes it for a strike, and it's 3-1. And again, I've got to be awful discerning right here to take a hack here. 3-1 offering on the way for Kearney. Foul back to the screen. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Good pitch by Halley in on the fist. And Lively doing all she could just to get a piece of it. So Kearney gets set. Payoff pitch with 1 gone in the inning. Ball 4, bases loaded. Holly Lehman-Webb strolls to home plate. Holly been on board a couple of times. She has singled, walked, scored both times she was on base, stole a base, and grounded out to end inning number 5. 2 for 3. Looks at a pitch upstairs for a ball. And the count 1-0 on Lehman-Webb. Looking for some 2-out magic here in inning number 6. Mangum leading 5-1. Kearney's 1-0 pitch. Lifted foul on the right side. That'll drift out of play. And the count 1-1. Holly getting coached up there by Ryan Bingham, and he's saying, step towards the ball. Don't lean back. Holly now going to step in. 1-1 count now on the second baseman. Kearney's 1-1 pitch. Popped up on the right side and making the catch, Rudkins, for out number 3. So the youngster pressed into duty here in the inning. Makes a couple of difficult plays, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Mangum comes up with 2 runs. 2 runs in the frame on 3 hits. There was an error, and a couple of runners left on base. We played 6, 5-1. Mangum on top. Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Here we go, top of the 7th inning. Mangum on top 5-1, and numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup due for Hobart. That would have been J.C. Funkhauser, but again, Funkhauser had to be replaced. She suffered a lower body injury. And Ella Rudkins took her place, and Ella set the lead off here. Hadley Zachary, who was on first base as that inning came to a close, getting on her tools of ignorance and is now ready to go to work. Jaybird, you're right. Rudkins coming in difficult circumstance and acquitted herself nicely. Now we'll get an opportunity at the plate. So here's Ella, left-handed hitter. She will bat for the first time tonight. Her club down by 4 in the top half of inning number 7. These two clubs will play one more time. And we'll have the ball game for you here from Hobart. Called strike, and it's 0-1 on Rudkins. Left-handed hitter, you know she gets out of the box well. Just going to try to put something in play and allow the big guns to drive her home. Woodruss, 0-1 offering. punched foul, and it's 0-2. Bryn really working that ball inside of her glove before delivering it home. Mangum tried to bounce back after that loss last night. Slap to Paxton at third. Maddie will throw in time for out number one. Good job by Paxton transferring the ball from the glove to the bare hand and making a strong throw for the first out of the inning. Again, we talked about the left-handed hitter and getting out of the box extremely well, did Rudkins. But a nice job there for out number one by Paxton. So here's Josie Carney. Carney takes it for a strike, and it's 0-1. Carney fouled out her first time around, fouled out her second time around, and then singled back in the fifth. 1 for 3. Ground ball. Paxton. Did she pick it up off the ground? Apparently so. It was looked like it hit the ground, but Paxton picked it clean for out number 2. She threw to first just in case. Some top hand spin on that one, and like I say, it looked like it might have gotten dirt. She threw to first just to make sure. 2 gone for Reese Porter. Porter has rolled out 3 times, twice to third base. Takes downstairs for a ball, and a count 1-0. As we mentioned, Mangum trying to bounce back from that loss last night to Minko. Hobart trying to stay undefeated in district play. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Woodruss trying to get the final out of the ball game. Downstairs for a ball, 3-0. Hobart refusing to go quietly into the night. 3-0 pitch on the way here. Ball 4. And the Lady Cats keep the ball game alive. I think Queen and Freddie Mercury once sang, "Keep yourself alive." In fact, I know they did, because I have it on my iTunes. So here's Jaden Bowen. Bowen stepping in, hitting with 2 out in the 7th. Takes a pitch for a ball, 1-0 on Bowen. Woodruss got 2 quick outs, now struggling a bit here late in the frame. Ball gets away from Zachary and allows the runner to take second base with 2 gone. So Mangum trying to go to 7-3 inside the district. Hobart trying to go 9-0. 2 gone here in inning number 7. There's a called strike to Bowen. And a count 2-1 now on Jaden. Mangum will be at Minko on Friday. Ground ball, base hit, left field. Lively gets the ball in quickly. And Bowen staying over at first base. Courtesy runner at third, Bowen at first. 2 out single for her. And here's Jemiah Spencer. So Mangum plays at Minko on Friday, and then we'll play in the Sterling Tournament beginning on September the 8th. We'll be at Frederick on the 13th of September. Our plan is to bring you those games as strike 1 delivered to Jemiah Spencer, 0-1. They'll then play in the Sayre Tournament starting on September 15th and close out the regular season September 19th at Hobart. Of course, we'll be there for that one. Ball gets away from Zachary. Allows Bowen to go down to second base. Pitch was a ball, and the count 2-0 now. Hobart, meanwhile, as Woodruss collects herself behind the pitching rubber, will play on Thursday against Bangor Oni. There's a shot down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. And the count 1-2 on Spencer. They will play Minco at home on the 6th of September. They'll be at the Sterling Shootout and then have a top-heavy schedule for the month of September, including the Blair Tournament, as we mentioned, that September 19th matchup with Mangum. Senior night being celebrated here for the Lady Tigers, and we haven't even gotten to September. Again, a good job of staying alive by Spencer. Jemiah spoiling a pretty good pitch there. Count will stay at 1-2. So Jemiah doing her Bee Gees impersonation. Ha, ha, staying alive, staying alive. Swing and a miss here, and the ball game is over. Mangum wins it. So Spencer striking out to end the ball game. And the Lady Tigers will take home the victory. They win it by a final score of 5-1. Mangum tonight over Hobart. We're back to wrap this one up on the Fox Radio Network.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients. And this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office. Locations in Altus and Mangum.
Well, Brian Bingham and his club bouncing back nicely after getting lambasted last night by Minco, 17-2. They come back and win this one in impressive fashion by a final score of 5-1 as they scored in inning number 2, scored again in the 4th, picked up a run in the 5th, and then 2 insurance runs in the 6th inning. And just a single tally in inning number 5 for Richard Carney's club as they lose their first district ball game of the year. And the football boys really enjoying this one. They're down there celebrating with the softball players. So again, 5-1 your final score. Mangum wins it as they improve to now 7-3 inside district play. Mangum falling to 8-1. Lady Tigers back in action on Friday at Minco in a 2 o'clock ball game. I want to remind you that the Tiger Bash coming up on Thursday evening, beginning at 5 in downtown Mangum. We'll be there with our traveling microphones at 6. And then the football season starts on Friday night for Mangum and Sam Powers as the Tigers will entertain Comanche at the Liberty Bowl. 5-1 your final score for Chad Fox. I'm Michael Barnes. Thanks for joining us tonight along the Fox Radio Network.